Good evening, everyone. Today I'm going to be talking about one of the greatest treasure discoveries in history. Nuestra Senora de Atucha. Hopefully I'm saying it right. The Spanish treasure ship sank in 1622 while carrying enormous amount of gold, silver, emeralds, and other inexpensive valuable jewels. For more than 250 years, its location remained a mystery until it was finally discovered by treasure hunter Mel Fisher. Today I will explain the ship's history, how it sunk, and why the discovery is important today. So the history of Atocha was built for Spain and was part of a fleet carrying treasure from the America back to the Europe. According to the Mel Fisher Maritime Museum, Maritime Museum, the ship was heavily loaded with silver bars and gold coins, copper, emeralds, you know, bronze, and all that cool stuff. The Spanish depended on these shipments because they helped them financially, the country's economy, and also the military. The Ashoka was combined with the most valuable ships of the fleet. In September 1622, the fleet left Havana, Cuba, heading heading for Spain. However, however, only a couple of days into the journey, they were struck by a powerful hurricane. According to the GIS blog, the storm pushed the Atocha into a coral and rest of the Florida Keys. The ship broke and was quickly sank beneath the ocean. One of the most out of the and there was 260 people on the board, 250 to 200 people. Only 100 survived. Most of the crew and passengers lost their lives. Millions of dollars worth of valuable items, and literally it disappeared in the ocean. Um, then, for centuries, people shared a torch but failed to find it. Oops, failed to find it. Um, According to the Mel Fisher Maritime Museum, treasure hunter Mel Fisher spent over 16 years searching for the wreck. Um, and it was difficult for the storms, hurricanes, just the dangerous weather itself. It made the process really difficult. But sadly, during the search, Fisher even lost his own son and daughter-in-law in a driving accident too. So even after like all this tragedy, he continued searching because he believed the treasure could still be found. And finally, in 1985, the team located the ship's actual sunk location. Um, Actual sunk location. So again, the discovery was incredible. According to the Mel Fisher Maritime Museum, divers recovered thousands of silver bars, like hundreds of gold bars, coins that were all moldy, rusted in the water. The treasure was estimated to be worth like hundreds of millions of dollars, like I mentioned earlier. Besides the, financial value, the artifacts gave historians important information about the trade, shipping, and the daily life during Spanish colonial period. Many of these articles are displayed in the museums. Obviously, there are thousands of visitors that go, and you can see it yourself and learn more about this. Why the discovery matters. The discovery of the torch is important for more than just the treasure. Of course, it helped archaeologists better understand 17th century shipbuilding, their history, what they used to carry, what was expensive, what was more valuable to them, their routes, trade routes, and also like you know the colonials history. It also changed underwater's underwater's mapping, um, by showing how modern technology and careful the explorations are nowadays. Today, the Atocha remains one of the most famous shipwrecks ever discovered and continues to attract historians, divers, and tourists around the whole world. So, in conclusion, Nutosa Serrano di Atocha, if I'm saying it right, is one of the history's most fascinating shipwrecks. Um, Sorry, the camera is okay. It began in so yeah, it's one of the most famous shipwrecks, and some of the sources that I used to get all this information huddled up is Mel Fisher Maritime Museum, the official site, um, and then GIA. See if I'm saying the website's name right. Force Vlog. Um, yeah, and that torture remain, a part of history and still be waiting to be discovered beneath the ocean, and that these discoveries teach there's like still stuff that needs to be discovered beneath the ocean because torture is not the only ship like that happened in the past. Um, these discoveries teach us that's just how much has passed as they do about the treasure itself. Thank you for listening to me.